top stories, former St. Kitts and Nevis Prime Minister pays tribute to Queen Elizabeth II. Prime Minister pays courtesy call on Governor and senior management of ECCB, and Ambassador of the United Kingdom of the Netherlands pays courtesy call on Acting Premier Alexis Jeffers. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Mosoka, 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 mosoka.
Ooh la la! See what's new at Quartz. We've got great deals on living and dining room sets, appliances, electronics, and smart devices, and more. Shop today with no cash using Quartz Ready Finance, 3 to 48-month payment plans available. Shop in-store or online at shopquartz.com. Come see what's new and take advantage of these great deals only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I am Scotticia Hendrickson. National hero and former Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Sir Kennedy Simmons, joined the rest of the world in paying tribute to Queen Elizabeth, who died on Thursday. He issued a statement recalling moments shared with the British monarch and offers his sympathies to her family and the people of the United Kingdom. The former Prime Minister was quoted as saying, "It was with profound sadness that I learned of the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Hers was a life of unwavering devotion to duty, not only to the United Kingdom, but equally so to Commonwealth of Nations, including my own, St. Kitts and Nevis. I am saddened by her passing, which has closed the curtains on a transformative era that we may never again experience. My wife, Lady Simmons, joins me in extending heartfelt sympathies to Her Majesty's family and the people of the United Kingdom. Our prayers remain with you during this time of sorrow." Her Majesty's reign was not only one of longevity, but also a hallmark of legendary public service, honor, distinction, and humility. Her Majesty's last visit to St. Kitts and Nevis was in 1985, and as Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis then, I was impressed by her knowledge and the keen interest she showed in the development of my Caribbean nation. I shall always remember our one-on-one conversations at the heads of Commonwealth meetings. She reflected a deep and abiding devotion to the welfare of the people of the Commonwealth, especially the youth. I extend best wishes to the new monarch, King Charles III, as he embarks on a new journey as head of state. Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Honorable Dr. Terence Dew, paid a courtesy call on the Governor, Deputy Governor, and senior management of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank on Thursday. In a press release issued by the bank, it stated that before the formal introductions, the Prime Minister and the ECCB team observed a moment of silence on the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. The Prime Minister, who is the new ECCB Monetary Council member for St. Christopher and Nevis, then took the oath of secrecy, a requirement of all ECCB Council members. The Monetary Council is the highest decision-making authority of the ECCB and comprises the 8 ministers for finance of the ECCB member governments. The Director of the Legal Services Department at ECCB, Merlise O'Loughlin, administered the oath. The release then stated that in his remarks to the ECCB team, Prime Minister Drew noted the significant contribution of the bank not only to St. Kitts and Nevis, but to the region. The Prime Minister applauded and expressed appreciation to the ECCB for the work it has been doing, particularly with the management of the EC currency, noting that although the region is considered a relatively small one, the EC currency existed before the euro and has remained stable over many years. He asserted that this stability engenders investor confidence. During the cordial meeting, The ECCB team discussed several issues with the Prime Minister, including economic and financial sector developments, ECCU legislative agenda, and renewable energy. The Prime Minister gave the assurance that the government and the people of St. Kitts and Nevis would work with the ECCB to explore the new economic possibilities and relationships in light of the new dynamics that have emerged since the COVID-19 pandemic. He affirmed that the ECCB could count on him to provide the leadership required to ensure the bank's transformation agenda is advanced for the benefit of the citizens and residents of St. Kitts and Nevis and the ECCU. The Prime Minister expressed his pleasure with his visit to the ECCB. He applauded the bank for its critical work and innovations and pledged his full support for the strategic agenda of the bank, which aligns well with some of the priorities of his new administration. Honorable Alexis Jeffers, Acting Premier of Nevis, welcomed His Excellency Sandor Manix Rafael Varga van Kibed and Macfalva, Ambassador of the United Kingdom of the Netherlands to St. Kitts and Nevis, when he paid a courtesy call on Thursday. Mr. Jeffers, who represented Honorable Mark Brantley, Premier of Nevis, apologized for his absence while describing St. Kitts and Nevis as the best place in the West. He said, "I do believe that we, as a small country, represent the best that can be found in the Western Hemisphere, but I'm pleased to welcome you, and I'm happy that you are here today, where we can have some discussions about various things." The acting premier stated that he was aware of the Netherlands' engagement in various areas of mutual interest, including industry, agriculture, and training, all of which are important to the overall development of both countries and their people. In response, Ambassador Varga, who was accompanied by his wife Renee, expressed satisfaction with his visit to St. Kitts and Nevis. He pointed to the close proximity of St. Kitts and Nevis to islands of the Kingdom of the Netherlands, which he believes should be mutual benefit to both. The ambassador had presented his credentials virtually on February 2021 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, this was his first physical official visit to the Federation. After the break, plans for RLB International Airport upgrade revised, and police officers discussed the responsibilities of Police Welfare Association. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
You came just in time, as this is our double cashback coupon period. After you receive your purchase, you come back in the office and receive your coupon for free groceries. Nairobi, why are you picking up two of everything?
Look, Mommy, the lady said we could buy two of anything.
It's that time of the year where Hosford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store once again gives away double cash back with the chance to win free groceries for a year. Yes, you heard it right. It's a never-ending cash back where you get double cash back with the chance to win free groceries for a year.
Elevate your experience with Flow's fiber-fast internet and mobile combined. Enjoy double data and unlimited talk on 4 mobile lines. Plus up to 35 megabits per second home internet speed at the best rate, giving you the best value to stay connected. I think our Flow mobile is elevated.
You think?
An elevated experience starts with Flow at home, powering double data and unlimited talk on 4 mobile lines at the best rate. Visit the Flow store to sign up today.
Want to get away? Now you can.
Stop standing in long ATM lines to withdraw cash. Use your national debit or black cards to complete a wide variety of transactions at supermarkets, variety stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and more. Shop online at the most popular websites and stores for quality brands using your national debit or black cards. And take back your time to enjoy all the things that you love to do. Remember, instead of waiting in long ATM lines to withdraw cash, use your national bank cards today.
National Bank, always here.
Welcome back. Plans for the improvement and upgrade of the RLB International Airport has been revised. This according to Chief Executive Officer at the St. Christopher Air and Seaport Authority, Ivor Keithley Phillip, who was speaking during the Ministry of Tourism's press conference on Thursday. He explained that a feasibility study was done and plans were drafted for the airport in 2013. However, after some years have passed, those plans need to be changed.
In 2013, the French company ZIZ was contracted to do a feasibility study and a master plan for the Robert Llewellyn Bradley International Airport. It was also my understanding that that was completed. However, move forward 7, 8, 9 years later, the airport then, as to what the requirement then, as to what the requirements are now, has shifted somewhat. And so last year, we approached Aegis again to revise the initial plans that was done. Those plans were received and we were able to review them. At this time, we sent the plans to Minister, but we have not yet had the opportunity to finalize a discussion, and so I'm not sure as to how much more details I can get into without the approval.
Philip also shared some of the considerations being made for the improvements of the airport.
Also taken into account was the movement of the arrival and the departure areas. We realized that passengers now have this long walk to the aircrafts. The plan suggests that the arrival and departure areas would move towards the west, so as to shorten the distance between leaving the airport and arriving at the aircraft. There will also be the proposed movement of the shed, the cargo shed. We know where the cargo shed is. There's also the proposed movement of the cargo shed from that spot to create additional space and to move that cargo shed somewhere towards the west. So these are some of the details, and again, and these are just broad, and until that discussion can be held and whatever necessary approval is given, then we would be able to come back to you and to give you more specific details.
As it pertains to the cost and contractor of the project, Mr. Phillip was not able to provide that information as the tender documents are being prepared. The Police Welfare Association is a local body that represents the need and interests of police officers in the Federation. This, according to Divisional Commander of 4th District A, Superintendent Cromwell Henry, during ZIZ Radio's Policing with You on Thursday.
Right. Well, the Police Welfare Association is basically a union, if so to speak, to make it as simple as possible. It's a union. You know, we have the teachers union, the civil service union, the port workers union, and these unions represent the interests of the members of the union or the employees within the particular organization. The police welfare is exactly that. It's a body that is comprised of members of the organization that has the responsibility to represent the interests of the organization, of its members, to the authorities. So whether there is a need for better working conditions in the workplace, better allowances, better equipment, better whatever the needs are of the general body, the Welfare Association represents that need to the authorities.
He explained that the association is made up of police officers under the rank of inspector.
The The Police Welfare Association is comprised only of members of the police force.
So you're saying that, what about the civil servants, civil workers, civilians who work within the organization? They're not?
No, the civilian workers within the organization, they are not considered members of the police force, and so they're not they cannot be part of the welfare association. They might be fall under some other association. Maybe if there's a civil service association, they might be protected by that association because they are civil servants. But in terms of the welfare association, the police welfare association, only police officers can be members and can participate in the process.
Okay.
And even so, within the police force, only police officers below the rank of inspector.
Superintendent Henry added that officers above the rank of inspector are considered civilians, and as such, they cannot be considered members of the association. He said the association also has representation of each of the rank, which forms branch boards. The divisional commander stated each head of the branch board is responsible for meeting with the constables under their rank to gather information on any issues they may have.
The chairman of the constables branch board, for example, he can call a meeting with all constables. And I think that is what should happen. The constables would meet and they would discuss among themselves what are the issues that are affecting constables. Are we properly treated in the organization? Are there anything that we need improved? And they will discuss those issues, put them together properly, and then the representative from that branch board who is on the central committee, he will now take those issues from the constables to the central committee.
Okay.
And the same thing would apply to all the other ranks. So the corporals would meet with the corporal branch board would meet with the corporals, the sergeant branch board would meet with the sergeants and hear the specific issues for that particular rank.
After the information is gathered, Superintendent Henry said that they are then discussed and actioned by a central committee. Coming up, Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister meets with senior Shell executives.